It's time for you to sell me this pen on Duke's Jared McCain.
Okay, here we go. If we're doing Jared McCain and you're thinking about drafting him, imagine David Wesley with a lot of hair and him being really charismatic. Then maybe you have Jared McCain. But in all seriousness, with McCain, you have a 6'3" guard who, physically isn't going to, have you jumping in the room. But the thing with him is he can really, really shoot the ball. He's one of these guys that, if he didn't go to Duke, you might have thought, he'd go to Villanova. He's kind of one of these guys that, he's going to make winning plays. He's going to do all the right things type of guy. With McCain, obviously defensively, there might be some limitations, but a lot of that is physical more than, actually ability or effort and stuff like that. So with that being said, I think, he can be coached into being a pretty effective defensive player, but the real value with him is his offensive versatility. If you're looking for a guard to come in and maybe run your second unit, can even play next to a bigger creator who can really shoot the cover off the ball, then you should be going and grabbing Jared McCain is how I feel.
Yeah, I think a smart team is going to invest in Jared McCain and be very happy about it. If you're buying stock in Jared McCain, who may you have bought stock in previously?
This was hard for me, dude.
This was hard for me too.
Yeah. I mean, I thought of like weird names, man. Like I was all over the place. I mean, little hint, little sniff of Fred VanVleet came to my head a little bit. I mean, it's not perfect. Little hint of Kobe White. Just like small little hints here and there. It's just he's such a damn good shooter. But he is 6'3" with short arms, so it was tricky. I mean, even if he's gonna be Fred VanVleet one day, like he's really got to flash that playmaking. It's got to come up a ton from 1.9 assists per game. But maybe that type of player. I really like the Eric Gordon call you had before. That I didn't even think of Eric Gordon in that way, but that's a really interesting one. Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, he was tricky. He was tricky for me. Like the Eric Gordon one, I literally just thought of while we were talking that team thing through. I wrote like, could he be like Kyle Lowry? Like obviously the defense is a big differentiator ultimately, but like, could McCain get there? And then like offensively, I think like maybe they could play a similar game because like Kyle Lowry wasn't coming out of the gate like as this crazy playmaker when he got to college. So like if we think that he has some underlying playmaking ability, Jared McCain, like maybe there's like offensively at least some Kyle Lowry to him, and then he at least has the frame to kind of potentially and the want to defend. I don't think he gets to that level of Kyle Lowry, but like again, these are just shades of prospect chemistry, however you want to phrase it. So I don't know, but he's hard because he is unique because he's like such a good shooter. And like he's a good rebounder, but doesn't have the playmaking numbers to back up how we feel about the potential he has on that end.
Yeah. I mean, no, I actually don't mind the Lowry one too. Obviously, the high end, it might be Lowry, like Lowry in his prime, but I mean, yeah, I tried doing 90s, dude, and it was hard, man. Like, there weren't that many 6'3" guys that could really shoot it like that. Like, okay, one guy, huge stretch. So I don't even quote me on this one, but was thinking like, and I know he was smaller too, but like David Wesley back in the day for the Hornets.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying, right? Like the way that Wesley's role was
strong.
Exactly. But also like he was point guard size, but you weren't really asking him to ever play point guard type of thing.
Right.
So that's where my head went with David Wesley. But yeah, dude, I was just
Let's
like
bring back small yoked out guards.
I'm down. Terry Porter. I don't know, but just I think if I had to go 90s, I think maybe David Wesley's like as close as I could get.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Imagine that. Even David Wesley is surprised that he just got name dropped on a podcast.
It's what I do, man. It's what I do.
All right.